Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello Swapnil. Okay, let me share my screen, but I think you already checked the document out. Okay, is that one? Try to no, but where is here? Okay, this is the most important thing now because we have deadline is 26 of August. Okay, so we have to build a live demo. The best could be to install the system on a cloud server like Rampod, but we can use what you want. If you prefer Rampod, we go to the same direction. But if you have another idea or another tool to propose, please tell us. We can check. And so the idea is to. So this is the good news. The bad news, but it's not too bad. It's that we have to implement the system. System must work. So yeah, I think this is 5 steps to reach the goal. One is to create an API emulator, very simple, which replies to 5 questions. For example, the question like what is Hyperledger Fabric? I like some of them are example. What is Hyperledger Fabric? And how to install Hyperledger Fabric, and how to deploy, how to run, how to ensure database. Okay. And okay, but if you want to add some other, no problem. And what is the how to have the right answer? Very easy. We can run the Lightning version. So using the post request, we receive the answer, and we can also code inside the emulator the answers to each request. Okay, so this is the first step. I think it's very easy. And the second one is to connect the front end and the API emulator. I think we have one version. We already have one version, but we have to finish, and it's important to go to the second step when we finish the first step. So please, I would like to ask you support in that.
What is Jennifer? Is it like a, test suite of or something else?
Sorry, is it?
Create an API emulator like is it like a test suite? It's like a test case that would run for every changes we make like that.
Yeah, but the audio is not the best.
Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yes, I think. Yeah, Can I ask you to write the question
Okay.
on the chat? Okay, thank
Okay.
you, Sarvash. Later we try again with your with your audio. Yeah, no, we have a meetup. We have a meetup the 28th or August, And the meetup, okay, I will share the okay, this is the link of some notes about the meetup. Let me share again my screen. Thank you for the question, Sarvash. And okay, this is the meetup, and those are the most important points. The first, the session introduction, the overall welcome and housekeeping is up to Bobby, but the other one, we have to work to the other one. Except for the first one, the introduction, the other bullet points are related to technical and live demonstration, which is the live demonstration, hands-on testing. So another one, hands-on testing for allow people who wants to test the system to have an endpoint to reach the system and test the system. So also these 2 points are related to a live demo. Question answer again, because if you want to reply to question and curiosity and so on, we need to have a live version which can support us in the in the system for explaining the system. Yeah, and last one not because it's related to like marketing ideas and so on. But so it's very important to have a live demo on run mode. I think we can switch on and switch off the system, so we can have live demo for 1 hour. Sorry about the meetup. We have meetup. It's that one. Okay, it's that one. Let me share also that one. Okay, already scheduled. And so it's very important to have a live demo, and also, for example, we can add the, if needed, the asynchronous programming if we want to improve the system. But yeah, the best now the minimal solution is to have a live demonstration on run pod with the endpoint which is reachable from public from internet, and at the same time at least 2 people can access to the system. Okay, and so this is the first step. And when we have, I think it's required no more 1 hour. Okay, if you have question about that, please let me know. And second step is to connect the front end and the API emulator. These 2 steps can be executed locally without GPU. Okay, I think yeah, I have a version, but I will check. If anyone want to, anyone it's interesting to the step 1. No one. Okay. Okay. And about the second point, I think Jacqueline is already working on second bullet point. Is it correct, Jacqueline?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have a pull request and I've received some feedback from SwapNote today, so I'm going to review it and make some modifications.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. If just another question, Jacqueline, are you using an API emulator or our version of API?
I think I'm using our version, just whatever we have on the dev branch.
Okay, okay. But if you need to check the system locally, you can also use an API emulator which replies just to 5 questions, for example. Yeah, it's up to you. No problem. Yeah, for me it's
Okay.
very easy to use an emulator, but it's up to you. And after that, when we have that one, and everyone can test this system in easily, so we can pass to the Docker file, which allow to install both components from front end and the API. Okay, and I think Solid already implemented first version which install the front end. I will check, and so I think if possible, next step next week we can have that one. Yeah, API emulator in order to install locally. Okay, and after that, the idea is to update the Docker file to install our the FAQ API and the front end. Okay, front end. So in that case, when we have this system, we can install the system on Runpod or another cloud which provide Docker container features. Question or people wants to, let me check this. Okay. Yes, Abadik, okay, perfect. I would give a try. Yeah, thank you. And one question to Swapnil, I don't know if you are able to talk or write on chat. It's the same.
Yes. Hi,
Okay,
Gianluca.
perfect.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hi, Swapnil. Okay, so do you think we are able to execute the 5 steps until the, I don't know, like the 20 of August in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, because now it's the 1st of August. In 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think most of our work is already done. One of the few things that is the single Docker file that you were talking about. So that would be one thing. But I had a question like for the demo, we don't need to have a GPU enabled system or GPU enabled API, or we just need the emulated API.
Okay, yeah, we need to have GPU because the system will run, and people can check the system asking question to it. So I think we need.
So why exactly would we need the emulated API? Like,
Yeah, just to work locally is it comfortable? Okay, just
okay.
to test the system or debug the system locally. I think it's comfortable for her. I don't know.
Right.
For
Yeah.
me,
No, no.
yeah, for me, yes, because I'm not the GPU locally. Yeah, when I write code in Python, I'm using the Lightning Studio. But
Right.
if
Okay.
she prefer to use to run the system locally and check and debug. I think one emulator is the best solution. Yeah, or this is solution. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. In that case, yeah, I think it will be. I think we'll be able to do this. It's not a problem.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
already have some work done on. I think Jacqueline's PR. It's very close. So once we merge that in, we'll be in a good shape to finish the other tasks. Then I think only Docker and the emulator would be required. So
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
I already
And
have a version of the emulator somewhere in some of my in. I don't exactly remember where.
oh, good.
So we could use that as well.
Yeah, if you want to share, if you in your personal GitHub repo.
Yeah, wait, I'll find it and I'll share on the group.
Oh, okay, thank you, Swapnil. And just to yeah, I'd like if you try to work together these 3 weeks. It's also a kind of experiment for people in around the world to work in that project for 3 weeks in order to reach this goal. Yeah, I'm very happy if you try to do that. And also, yeah, just to finish, and then I will reply to all your questions. One is the very easy, and also I think logic rules. Yeah, first about Vademego, and it's also now, but especially when we finish with this meetup. All changes approval. Do not make any changes independently because without having a discussion, because it's very important to go together to the same direction. So I don't know if anyone wants to propose a different solution, but I think it's important to discuss the changes before to do and document and the changes and comment the codes. The code, everyone has to be able to, because everyone has to be able to test the system reading the documentation. Yeah, one example is the main branch. Main branch is I think it's very clear, but also I received feedback from people who reading the readme. It's clear the system. Also, it's clear to use the which tool to use, and I decided to also add the tool example, one example of tool for executing, in that case Lightning, for allow people to who don't have the GPU to execute the system. Okay. Yeah. One other solution is to add the code, comment the code, document, and we can also avoid to propose commercial solution, but adding a disclaimer, we propose that commercial tool, the lighting, which allow everyone to test the system. I don't know if it's clear. Okay, test the changes. Before to merge the system, please test the change. And also complete tasks. Yeah, the idea is to have on main branch a clean solution which everyone can test and execute, and on dev branch the code that dev team, development team can can work in the easiest way. So also in that case, yeah, let me show an example. If now this is for the future. Now I think we work on the that part. Okay, but for the future now, if I check, I want to check the dev branch. I see all documentation. That documentation does not explain that there are two components. Okay, and that installation is related to the API. So it's important to change, but also when I go there in front end, yeah, there is a small part. Okay, it's thank you. We can now we have also the Docker, but that version is not complete because we cannot test the front end and the back end together. Okay, so either for the first part, but also for the Docker. No problem for that, but I think in the future the best could be to explain in the README that we have two components, and if we want to run the only one, add a link to the README related to the core part, and if we also want to check the two part, add another link that allow us to execute the system, for example, on RunPod, explaining how to install the system, how to use, and so on. I don't know if it's clear.
Hi, Jennifer. Here, I think there's an issue. So we have to differentiate the front end and the back end Docker files. So as the back end Docker file will require GPUs, so I think it's a separate thing, right?
Yeah, I have problem with the audio. Sorry, Sarvesh. Can I ask you to write the question again on the chat? Thank you. Thank you, Sarvesh. Okay, just need to modify it to our template. This is a very good entry point, but okay, if someone wants to work on this, okay, perfect.
Sarvesh, I think I understood what your question was. So what I think is we can have conditional compilation for backend as well. So initially we can have conditional compilation. So I understand that you're talking about the requirements that whenever you install those requirements, you need GPU enabled systems for that. Without that, you'll probably not be able to run these things.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, at the moment, yeah, the problem is that at the moment we have a prototype, and the best is to have the smartest and the easiest version of the prototype, because we don't know which will be the requirement from people who wants to use the system. So I think the best way is to explain that there are two components. One is the backend. If you want to run only the backend, you can use RunPod, or you can use Lightning Studio, for example. This is I'm happy on that if we agree on that. And second part, if you want to run together the two components, you should use, I don't know, RunPod is one example, but if you want to use AWS, also you can use AWS, because we have Docker file, so you can install whatever you want. Okay, this is my idea. Also, the other kind of, you can also use an automatic technique solution to do that in requirement or in other files. But yeah, the best now is to explain to the people the different step to install the system. This is my idea. Also, I see I see today the contribution file. Yeah, it's good, no problem. But I think to add any change or to propose issue or new pull request, someone needs to join our weekly call, because they don't. We are. It's not now the system which is stable, which enough documentation and so on. So it's now we are working on that. So I think the best way is that every user and every developer should be aware about the system, reading documentation and deciding how they want to do. I don't know if anyone, if everyone is agree with this concept. Okay, I'm pretty finished, but I think I'm available for questions. If you have question, you can start writing on chat or open the audio, and I'm here. No question? Okay, if you don't have question, also you can ask question on Discord. I try to read it and to reply as soon as possible. And so we can start. We have 3 weeks to. Okay, yeah, Anshika, ask please.
Hello everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, a little bit.
Yes, a little bit.
Oh, I'll try from my side. One thing I want to clear, like for creating an API emulator, the template which has been shared in the group, we have to follow this and make some changes as per the convenience of our AIF project, or we need to create it from scratch.
Okay.
Okay.
It's up
I
to you,
think,
Up to
Smopril.
you, Smopril.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So I thought
if you have a single
if you have a
endpoint, if you have
single
a single
endpoint, if you have a
different
single
application for
different
this,
application for
like
this,
not exactly
like not exactly a,
I'll share a doc
I'll
with
share
you.
a
I
doc
think
with you. I
in
think
Fast API
in
you can do this
Fast API you can
very
do
easily,
this.
where you can have a separate endpoint for something else and separate. You can separate these into separate applications itself, and then you'll have access to both of those. So even if you
So even if you
so it will be available under, let's say, test API, and one of them would be available under the general API. So you can just change the endpoint uh, which you're accessing through your
if you're
front end.
accessing through your front end.
All right, I'll give it a try and let's see what will happen.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I think
Smopril. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. Also, what one thing that Sarvesh was saying regarding that conditional compilation, and this is I'm just speculating here. So we can do another thing, that we have two separate Docker files, one that prepares our system for CPU and one Docker file that prepares our system for GPU. So it wouldn't exactly matter what the user's core, whatever it's his architecture or GPU is available or not. And when we are sort of demonstrating the application, we'll just connect it to the test endpoint, and when we have a GPU enabled and when we want to run it on production, then we'll just on the front end we'll just change the endpoint of the API, the environment variable, and we'll just point it towards the other endpoint. If that makes sense.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know if it
Personally,
will work or not.
I agree with the second solution, and also because people know that they have GPU or not, and it's very important to have a short documentation. Also the API emulator. Please, Swapnil, document it, writing also 2 paragraphs, one schema, one command to execute the emulator. Yeah, just to see, I don't know, this is the API emulator which replies to 5 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. After that, I don't know, this is the schema, this is the front-end component, and the API emulator allow us to run locally the system. It's very simple schema. And after that, to run the code, to install the system, that command, to run the system, that command, to check out, and so on. So a half page of digital document, it's very important to allow all the people connected today to test the system and give you feedback.
Yes, I agree with this.
Thank you.
Anshika, do you have a question or?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
When will I was working on this API emulator, I'll get a review or kind of a discussion with both of you. So things got clear. Now it's clear from my side.
I didn't fully understand what you said. It wasn't very audible to me.
No problem. I said that it was clear from my side.
Sorry, Ashika, please write on chat. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Okay, perfect. Any other question? Yes, also check the chat because there is also some people who are working on that.
Also, Anshika, if you start working on it, so just open a draft PR as soon as you can, so that we can get our feedbacks. Even if it is not done yet, like you can just add a draft PR.
Yeah, Shika, also you try to document the system when you want to share also the first version of the API emulator. Please write an half page that explain the system, how to use, how to install, and so on. Thank you.
One more thing. Hello, guys.
Yes, yes, sorry, please.
Swapnil, could I use the unstack query and Axios to connecting the front end and the back end?
Oh yes, it's a go from my side. I'm just like our current like our immediate goals are not to improve our improve the tech stack per se. So over time, we would definitely want to have something like something much more secure and something much more robust. But if you want to work on it right now, that is okay. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to push it immediately in code base.
Okay, got it. Got.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it'll always be great to have that PR up and ready because we'll definitely have something like that. That is, there is no doubt about that.
Other than that, I thinking about a good front page where the AI FAQ explain in details. So, could we create this, or we'll leave it for the future?
Or you mean something like a landing page?
Yeah.
Okay. At the moment, I don't have like I have no preference for a landing page, but we'll discuss. We'll see what Gianluca and the other maintainers say about this.
Yeah, I think so. If you are available now, yeah, I'd like to ask you if you want to work on the Docker container files in order to install both the components, and so we are able to install the system on cloud, for example. So if you want to add also the API part on Dockerfile, we will try to install locally, and after that we will try on Rampart. I don't know if you are able.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I surely do that.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll talk soon on Monday, and please, for each any kind of request or question, write on Discord. And thank you for your time and for your support. And have a nice weekend.
Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye.